Welcome, guys, back to another historical video. Now, before we start, I want to thank Sith Lord for allowing me to use one asset. I just decided to only use one, but there will be a part two, and I'll use more of his stuff there. Anyway, just grab some popcorn and enjoy. The Great Wars by Mace Rider 777, Feet Sith, aka Officer Jester 94. It all started when Creepy Carol and Unfluff, who I did not mention in the last video, got together and made a server. Now, Unfluff's contributions to the server were basically just promising a war server with Carl. I really never got to know her on the last server because I didn't even include her in my video. So, sorry, Unfluff. And, you know, show your members this video, please, 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 please. There are a few things to note before I actually get onto the actual historical topics. So, it's a 5,000 by 5,000 world. There is no end dimension yet, and there's a grace period. Okay, so I've just decided to not read off all these names, but if you want to, you can. Also, the ones labeled in gold are the really important ones. Not that the other ones are not important, it's just they don't really show up as much. Okay, so I should probably go ahead and list off my members. Gold, Creeper Gang, Carol, Tech. Also, Tech is the best. We need more Tech in the videos. I'm making a part two. I'm getting more Tech. Don't worry, you're getting more Tech. Sith, Dante, Nick, Muddy, Steve, Paul, a new member he likes cats, I guess. He's a little annoying sometimes, but he's there. Aducci, an Australian. You'll be seeing more of him later. And me also. And Klopp, who I didn't mention in the last video. He likes basketball, I guess. Show, which you'll find out in part two what he does. And Andre, I completely forgot to mention him in the last video, even though he's one of my best friends. Andre, you're the best. Chapter 1, Humble Beginnings. To start these humble beginnings, I was the first person in the Nether to get Pig Step and to enter a bastion. After this, I got some stuff and decided to make myself useful and got a couple of villagers. And then I build big sideways road that leads directly into the sea. And I also get my friend Nick to help me transport villagers. Also, Dante decides to join us for the trip, and we make our way to new lands. We arrive and immediately build big wooden shack. And here's a representation of what happens next. And no, I will not be using Soviet accent to narrate it. You guys got water down? Yeah. Alright, I'm sending the villager. And somehow this moron managed to grab the side of a block. So, needless to say, I had to go grab some more villagers from close by. And had to dig a pretty big hole, but it wasn't me, it was Dante and Carl. A little while later. Quick side note, I actually ran out of storage while making this, so I couldn't import this slide, but the enemy team invaded our base. So, now you might be thinking because of that grace period that we're safe. But you, my good friend and close subscriber, would be wrong because we had no food at the base. We were going through a ginormous famine, which means we were easily susceptible to lava. So they ended up killing me and leaving me dead in the water. Chapter 2, Chaos. Because our base was destroyed, we had to move, and Muddy took the charge and made us a spectacular base. And as a housewarming gift from the gods, we found the enemy base, which was pretty cool. And I felt that they would strike back later that night. Just a little sneaking suspicion, so I hid my stuff in a wall. And you would not believe it, but I was right. But guess who it was? Just guess who? Yep, it is Dante. Just kidding, it's not Dante. It's that Australian guy from earlier. He backstabbed us in the night. Guess he just had a thirst for blood. But to that Australian guy, your country lost a war to birds. So who's the real winner here? But we had some really good news because Muddy and Nick managed to find the zombie spawner, which means free experience, and we are low underground. But I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the bad part because while I was reciting the lyrics to "Lose Yourself" by Eminem and talking to Steve, Sith got jumped in the basement,